Welcome back to the Crypto Alpha Network. Before we head into today's alpha, do us a huge favor by liking this video and clicking on the subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you, so don't forget to leave us your thoughts in the comments below. If you've been following along over the past few weeks, you know we predicted a new Bitcoin all-time high was imminent. Although it arrived slightly earlier than anticipated by a few days, we remain confident in our initial timeline for another all-time high, which could be significantly higher. Today we'll explore that further and discuss a concise thesis from the billion-dollar Hyperliquid whale. The market just got a small boost from a tariff delay. Basically, Trump said he got a call from the EU Commission president asking to push the 50% tariff deadline to July 9th, and he was happy to agree. The US stock market was closed today, so we're only seeing futures reactions, but European stocks took it well. Bitcoin is still looking strong too. We called the ATH last week, about 5 days ahead of our prediction, and it happened. But things might change soon based on the M2 money supply chart we've been tracking. Bitcoin's back above $110,000, and since February 2024, it's loosely followed the M2 global money supply chart. If it continues to do so, this could mean a big breakout and a noticeable new ATH very, very soon, somewhere between May 26th and June 6th. Either way, if Bitcoin closes May above $102,400, it will be the highest monthly close ever. Also, don't forget tomorrow is the first day of the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas. JD Vance will be there on the 28th. Having the US Vice President speak at the Bitcoin conference is a big deal for the industry. Although it's tough to know exactly where we are in the cycle, no one can say for sure. Let's see what others are thinking. Remember that whale we mentioned last week with the huge $1 billion Bitcoin position on Hyperliquid? James Nguyen closed that position on Hyperliquid and is now predicting a market top in July. He's mapped out the monthly progress using the Wall St. cheat sheet, believing we are currently likely between the hope and optimism phases. James Nguyen thinks people saying we're further into the cycle are wrong, and here's why. We had an early rally because of the ETFs. Trump's inauguration boosted positive sentiment. There's been no altcoin season or major euphoria yet. This thesis matches our own idea that a top might come around mid-year, maybe July or August, based on the M2 chart and Trump's 90-day tariff pauses. We've talked before about the cycle speeding up a bit with the Bitcoin ETF approvals, but then the Trump tariff fears slowed things down, bringing things back to equilibrium. Secondly, James Nguyen has a solid track record. Back in April 2023, he predicted Pepe would hit a $4.2 billion market cap when it was just at $4.2 million, although the first prediction came with Pepe at a mere $600,000 market cap. This week, we have quite a few things that could impact the market. Firstly, the Fed meeting minutes on Wednesday. Secondly, US Q1 2025, GDP data on Thursday. Thirdly, April PCE inflation data on Friday. Fourthly, Nvidia, earnings on Wednesday. Lastly, $5 billion FTX, payout on Friday. FTX will return $5 billion in stablecoins to customers. In closing, Bitcoin might be close to its next all-time high breakout based on the M2 chart. James Nguyen, with his good track record, predicts a top in July. We've mentioned before that a local top could come in August. Overall, most analysts think the bull cycle still has some room to run in 2025, and the top isn't here yet. As always, this isn't financial advice, so do your own research. Some of the events this week could move prices, especially the GDP data. The FTX payout is more speculative, but could also shake things up either way. Many altcoins have been hurting since 2021, but a few projects are standing out, beating the market by a good amount. These are the ones making real money and sharing that value with token holders. We've talked about these kinds of altcoins before, and one of them is Hyperliquid. Most importantly, it's leading in decentralized derivatives. When you compare its market share to other perpetual platforms, you can see it's starting to take over. Hyperliquid's fees and revenue are also climbing. The platform uses most of that money for buybacks. Trading fees go to the Assistance Fund, which buys back Hype tokens, currently holding around 5.2% of the circulating supply. Don't forget, there are ways for Hyper EVM users to benefit from a potential Hype airdrop. Hyper EVM is currently in alpha, which is probably the best time to farm the initial airdrop before the points campaign is confirmed. And its numbers are going wild right now. Hyper EVM currently also has a list of projects with ongoing farming campaigns. These projects haven't launched their tokens yet, but have points campaigns running, offering farming opportunities. If the bull market's final leg kicks off soon, Those already in their high-conviction projects will likely see the biggest gains. An altcoin season might lift most of the market, but some projects will fade away for good, like in past cycles. Euphoria will make people happy, but also wipe out weaker projects in the end. Before you go, help us increase mass adoption and get the word out there by liking this video and clicking on that subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you, so don't forget to leave us your thoughts in the comments below. Bye for now.